almost there.
Wait for
Just
it.
a second. A little bit longer. There we go. Yes.
We are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Wendy McLelland after party. Unfortunately, Wendy cannot join us because her battery died as she was pulled over on the side of the road. So we're going to carry on anyways and just shoot the shit about stuff. So we hope you guys enjoy the conversation. And so far with us, we have Duke Bonanza. We've got Nadine Callan from all the way on the other coast of Canada. And we've got my friend No Sacred Cows. And he is a local boy near where I am. And we have Sassy Atheist, who, by the way, a reminder, she started up her own channel. And she talks about her deconversion. And like I totally misrepresented it in the other stream, but I'm correcting that now. So search out her channel and check out some of her videos as well. So yeah, unfortunately Wendy couldn't join us, guys, which is too bad. But I sent her my cell number, so we'll get together. And who knows? Maybe you and I can go for sushi with her, Chris.
That's what I said in our chat.
Yeah.
Sushi friend. They also said that I can confirm you have hairy toes. You eat tempura with
it.
Hairy toes. I'm a hobbit. I'm just a really tall hobbit.
I wish I was taller. I'm only 5'4".
Lucky beast.
You're taller than me, honey.
I am?
Yes, you are.
How short are you?
I'm like 5'2". I'm not that much shorter than you, but you're still. And I'm not short. I'm afraid of heights.
How tall are you, Duke? How tall are you?
5'9".
All right. Well, I know Neil can confirm this. Being tall sucks.
Yes.
It does. Oh yeah, right.
Okay, clothes don't fit. Bathtubs don't fit. Beds don't fit.
Clothes don't fit.
Cars are too small. The majority of bikes are too small.
Especially Neil's.
I don't have a Prius, you motherfucker.
It's the American version of a Prius. God damn it.
No, it's not. You guys have Fusions down there too, so shut it.
It has a rubber band for a motor. Neil.
My stepfather
got squirrels.
My ex-stepfather was 6'1", and he had a rabbit. You remember those things?
Yeah, you can get in and out of those actually.
Yeah. He had a little tiny car, and he drove around. And in the summer, we would haul one of those bubble campers.
Right.
You know the campers I'm talking about, like the big tin bubble things. He'd haul that around with this little rabbit, and like. Weirdest thing ever, seeing that go down the road. And this big guy stepping up out of it.
You know, my friend had a Mini Cooper, and that was really easy to get. And it's got lots of room in it, surprisingly. Yeah. And it's easy to get in and out of.
Cool car. Mini Cooper.
Well, it was when I was younger anyways. I don't know if my back would hold out getting in and out of one of those things now. But
I wish I had a car.
You know, I love the Mini Cooper. You know what I really like the best thing about the Mini Coopers, the older ones, was the windows that slid sideways.
Yeah. Those are cool.
Because the girl could put her feet out the door. I'm not kidding. You one foot sling out one window, 1 foot out the other, and the rest was just themed.
Wait a minute. She had 1 foot out one window, 1 foot out the other window. Where were you?
In the trunk.
Dining at the Y.
So I actually have a funny foot out the window story.
Oh, goody.
I was with one of my exes at the time. I helped him buy a Camaro, and we were going to Edmonton from Calgary towards Edmonton, and I had my foot out the window, kind of up between the mirror and the window frame. I got hit by we figure either a wasp or a dragonfly at 100 20 kilometers an hour or so, maybe a bit faster. I screamed bloody murder. It's awful.
Did it sting you or?
No, it went at 120. It went flat on the bottom of my foot in the arch. It's my foot. My foot. We'll see. My foot swelled up that much. Like the swelling from it hitting at 120 kilometers an hour, going clunk.
Ew. Wait, what the hell was that?
What?
Somebody.
I know. I made it with I blew raspberry. I wasn't.
Blew a raspberry.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
No worries about it.
No,
Dude.
no more broccoli for you. Okay.
Someone's behind you, Duke.
Yeah. I believe that was my namesake.
Oh my!
You need less dairy in your diet, Sassy.
Stop it! I didn't get. I blew a raspberry.
Yeah, that's what they all say every single time.
Stop, lady. Quiet.
Usually people are trying to make me pass out from laughing, but now I get to do it to somebody else.
Oh my god, that was. Dude, sorry, dude.
Sorry, guys, we took over. It's Giggle Fest now.
No, it's fine. It's usually what I do, so it's good.
What, the takeover or Giggle Fest? I think we're more the Giggly Fest kind of people.
Oh no, I take over, and then there's typically a giggle fest involved.
Well, I gotta be
Diana's
careful.
in the chat now.
Why
Okay,
is
be
she in the
careful.
chat, not in here with us?
That's what
Yeah.
I was wondering. I just
Hey, you know something else? I would. Somebody needs to send Insects Are Cool a tweet and give her some shit for not being here. So she's always complaining about being the only girl hanging out at the after party.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I actually feel decent today, so that's why I'm here. So
That's
yeah,
good.
I actually did a video. I published a video.
You did?
I did.
Oh yes, I saw the link you posted. I haven't checked it out yet though. And what's with your background? It's fucking summer now. Stop with the snow.
I'm sorry, I set this up really quick. I was going to set up my background that I'm actually in the process of building, but it doesn't loop yet.
You should have the background with the big sun dumping raisins into a bowl, you know?
I just did.
Hi, Diana.
Okay.
Hi.
I just got home.
Hello, honey.
Oh, okay.
How are you doing?
You're allowed.
Oh,
You're allowed to
okay,
just
yeah.
get home.
I was up to see the doctor, just find out what's falling off and what's not falling off. You know?
What's the verdict?
Well, the verdict is he wants me to see a specialist. He wants me to see a specialist. He wants me to see a specialist. They're like, God, Marty. So, okay, this one, so I'll go and see the specialist and see what the hell he has to say.
Okay.
So I'll make an appointment with him sometime between now and 20 June. And then I'll have an appointment with Marty after that to go over what the nephrologist had to say. Yeah, because Marty says, yeah, you've, what's the word? You've leveled off, but it's at a shit level. He said, I know that. Tell me something I don't know.
Well, fuck. At least it's not getting worse, which is you could look at it that way if you got to find a silver lining.
Well, I don't know. I have to figure out what the silver lining is. I mean, like I told him, and I think I've told you guys once or twice, it's I really don't mind dying, and in some ways, maybe kind of looking forward to it.
Well,
Because, okay, the way I put it to him, the way I put it to you, okay, were I to die soon, there'd be a lot of stuff I would get to miss, like the descent of the United States into fascism.
That's a done deal.
Yeah, like the submerging of the coasts of North America, the food wars and all that shit.
How's that for now until I get the other one found? Get something else found.
What have you got going over there now?
I should have dropped acid.
I'm not going to tell you what it looks like, in my opinion.
Well, you've got to give me some time. I got to find another thing that loops around.
Where is it supposed to be? It almost looks like...
I called it Bloopy.
Okay, it kind of looks like a communal organism to me. It's not a multicellular organism, but instead it's like a whole bunch of single cell organisms that live together in a group and actually have
see here. See, this is.
It looks like hepatitis.
This is what it's supposed to be.
Hepatitis. Oh my god.
Duke, I love you. I get this. I don't know why, but every time I see you guys, I get this itch that I just can't control.
Duke, are you reading the comments at all, or
what's happening in the comments?
Well, you look like Pluto.
Spooky Bed Hair says you're a handsome beast.
Oh my stars!
On the other hand,
he says you look like Pluto from
Popeye.
Hey, I mean, you know what I mean.
What the hell? Yeah, I wish you didn't say he was like olive oil.
You guys would be so freaked out if you saw me. I had my hair out in an afro out there.
So, I don't know if you guys saw my tweet earlier today. It is official. I will be having 2 shows on Sunday.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah,
I'm going to be on the Geek Room on Saturday.
Nice.
Oh, yay! I'll be having the Faithless Southerner, Evans Murphy on the regular time, Coffee with Lavender at noon Sunday, and at 5 p.m. I will be having an extra special guest. A very you know him well, Neil.
Yeah, he
Well, it's about freaking time.
Arnra?
Absolutely.
Cool.
We're gonna talk about
cool.
the protest coming up on in July.
Very cool. Very cool.
Are
you going to try to get to that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So far, crossing the fingers. Purple rhymes with orange will drive down here, pick me up, and then go to the protest. Which I'm looking at him and saying, "Are you insane?" Because I'm a little bit out of the way for him, But he's saying, "I'm going to pick you up," so it's okay. Thank you,
Who's got that's actually pretty cool. But who's got somebody in the background there?
I don't.
Sassy.
No, I don't.
No? All right.
No, I don't.
Thought it was you.
Duke's always got people in the background.
Yeah, it sounds like Duke says, yeah.
And then
he's got stalkers.
Why are you called No?
Me?
Because
yeah,
no sacred cows.
There's no sacred cows.
Okay, now I know. And I had no idea what I just said.
Basically, when my YouTube channel, when and if I ever publish again.
Okay. Now, for a minute there, I thought you might have been a James Bond villain.
No, well, I tried, but no, I go after everything. I used to go after everything, anything, politics, dumbass health things, especially with diabetes, religious people. As far as I'm concerned, everything was open as a target for my abuse and stupidity.
Well, I used to go after anything and everything, but I was younger back in those days.
Yeah, well, I figure if I'm going to go out, I might as well go out happy. I
Okay.
actually got a second channel I just started up as well.
Oh my!
Yeah, but it's called BC's Best Ride. So unless you're a biker, you won't be interested in it.
How's that? Is that better, guys?
Oh,
I was just
yes,
gonna
it's
say,
cute.
that's very
That's cute.
springy.
Snowing flowers.
It's spring.
Well, at least it's not dicks.
Spring has sprung.
Well, I can actually.
Oh, really? I dare you.
What? Oh, to put up my just a second here. To do. Like he doesn't know what he's saying, does he?
You don't know me.
Yeah, but you're not gonna get what you expect to get.
Nadine, do I remember you trying to run two C920s on one machine?
C920s.
Those
Oh
are
yeah,
the-
I do. I've got. Well, not right now, but yes, I did try to run two C920s. Windows is Linux has got a software update so that it don't crash all the time now.
Oh wow! Okay.
But that's for
for
Windows. I'm not sure about the Linux version because you're on Linux, aren't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm not sure about
try.
Linux, but I know Windows has a new, and it hasn't crashed OBS on me since I got that
Okay, because come
picture.
late July or early August, I may be trying to run two cameras because I'm looking to have another guest on who may. I may interview him here in the Lavender Studio. I don't know yet. I got to figure this out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, what is it?
Somebody's
Please
dying.
don't die.
Stop dying.
Somewhere.
No, one of us dying is enough, okay?
Yeah, definitely can't have more.
Die quieter.
I'll survive. Funny how you're laughing now. I'm coughing to death.
Now I hear that asshole song playing in the background. I'm an asshole.
You're an asshole, aren't you, kid?
That's like my favorite song of all time. Where in the heck is the picture that I'm looking for?
I don't know that song. I'm sorry.
Have you guys ever watched? I'm bringing this up because I just recently watched it. Have you ever seen Sweeney Todd?
Yep,
No.
Oh, horrible movie! Horrible
I
movie.
loved it.
How could you? The musical was just—it was like every single second they were singing, and
Yeah, well, it's a musical, so yeah.
It is a musical.
well, I know, but I watched musicals before, and I can stand it, but if it's singing like every single second, I just I watched it mostly because I love Johnny Depp. I love Johnny Depp, so that's why I watched it.
Yeah,
What's
I'll
wrong
tell you how
with
that
singing?
Like my ex was
like
really into
singing.
musicals. My ex was really into musicals, and her favorite one was Rent. And she used to listen to the CD Broadway version of Rent. And I mean, like the only thing worse than listening to friggin' spoiled, pampered, frickin' hippie white kids cry about their problems is like watching them jump up on fucking tables and sing about them.
My favorite musical is Cats.
Oops.
Cats is great.
I've seen Cats twice.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't.
awesome.
I can actually stomach the movie a little bit better, the Rent, like the movie version, because they're not actually singing all of their lines. It does drive me nuts.
What about
there it is.
Rock of Ages? That was a good one.
There it is. I'm
a
trying
penis.
to. I'm trying to.
Hang on.
I know what it is, Neil.
I got to move it down. There we go.
Thor's
See?
penis.
It's
It's Thor's penis.
It's
Got a lightning
It's
bolt.
Dukes. It's Dukes.
It's got a lightning bolt on it. I've got to move things around so
It's
you
Duke's
see it.
lightning rod.
Yeah.
That's the reason why my beard is so thick.
Actually,
Oh, well,
Casey and GE have that one.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that's Casey and G's. I made it for
I
them.
forgot to find out if they if I sent out. I finally sent Russ the comic books. I promised them, and I sent Caitlin and John some stickers of some of my 604 Atheist stickers. So.
Oh, cool.
Because they sent me their GE stickers, right? It's like these ones here. So I got these. I'll stick all over the place.
Nice.
Do you like my my picture? I actually wrote it. I edited the picture on my computer to say "Sassy Atheist."
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yes, it does look cool.
Yeah.
We chasing you off.
No, he needs a cigarette.
Oh man. Not to give anybody a hard time or anything. God, I am so happy I quit.
Yeah, me too. Though there are times when I'm sitting down, I go, I could go for a cigarette right about now.
Well, similar.
You never really quit, really. You never really. The craving will come at you out of the blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
will occasionally find myself reaching off to the right side of the board, which is where I would keep my pipe. And especially when I'm under stress.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've never done any of that. I know a lot of people that do, and I know someone, a friend of mine. She used to smoke two pack of cigarettes a day, basically, but she dropped down to just one. She's cutting down because she had to get new teeth and everything because of So I mean, it's sometimes it's hard for people to
smoke
quit.
a pack a day.
Oh my God,
Okay,
Neil!
fine.
No.
My mom smokes. Everybody, practically my mom, her boyfriend, my brother all smoke, and I'm allergic.
Oops.
And my aunt died a couple of years ago of lung cancer, and mom still smokes, and it peeves me off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
That's probably going to get me.
These days, I'm Atticus Blake's cheering section, cheerleading section, because he's quitting.
Yeah, for the second time though.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, when I
just
came here, this was not my first time. This was about my fifth.
Yeah.
So this is my second time. I went 10 years and just started up again because it was a social thing.
I just want to say something. Oh my God, Shannon Q just mentioned me. She's like, "Ooh, Sassy Atheist. I like that handle. Too bad it's taken. LOL." Oh my God, I'm going off fangirl.
Oh, Shannon's in the chat. I didn't even
Shannon's in the chat.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. Yay.
That's another question. Why is Shannon in the chat not hanging out with us?
Yeah, I was just
What's
going
going
to
on
say.
with
I'm hiding here and I'm scaring her away.
Come hang out with Bluto, Shannon.
Bluto.
Yeah.
That was nice for her to drop in, anyways.
It'd be nice to have her join.
Probably, yeah, but she probably doesn't have a link. I don't think she's in my usual suspects group.
Well, just
No, she's not. But
I can get her a link.
Yeah. Well, I was going to do the same thing, but
She said she's going for a smoke.
So come in. Awesome.
Yeah. I'll throw her a
She's
link.
going to go for a smoke.
Yes.
All right, somebody send her a link. It's much easier. Then I don't have to reboot. Yeah,
Okay.
she's gonna join us. Too, but.
Yay.
I don't have her on.
I guess I'll
Where's
go
the
for a
button?
smoke too.
Where's the button? Where's the button? That's okay. I know how to get it. Now to do. Copy link. Do. Shannon.
Yeah, she said DM her a link and she'll be right back. So.
Okay.
Oh, good. We could talk about all the fun we had down in Texas.
Yay.
I really wanted to go
Jerky.
to the Famous Forum, but honestly, there's like a very slim chance that I will be able to go next year.
Why?
I will never be there.
Dan. Now, objectively, Dan's in the chat as well. What's going on, Dan, my brother?
Hello.
Hello, Dan.
And everyone's all quiet now. It's like we're going to hear him yell hello.
Yeah. Very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits.
Let me.
It's Elmer season.
Here.
It's Elmer season.
It's Elmer season.
Rabbit season.
Duck season.
Fire!
Duck season.
Shoot me! I can't demand you shoot me now.
Yeah. Shoot me now! Shoot me now!
Okay. Boom.
Yeah, come into my streams and quote old Looney Tune episodes. Yeah, that's
Why
Oh,
not?
yeah.
I don't see what's
I
wrong with
used to
it.
be able to do Marvin the Martian. I used to be able to do him.
I can do it.
Yes. Where's the earthly kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering earthly kaboom. What's wrong with expertise?
Oh.
Detonator.
My favorite one.
An incinerator gun.
Yeah. My favorite's when he kicks his dog in the ass and his dog's ass is stuck way all up in the air.
Yeah. Okay, Nine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are you, K9?
Brothers of the 21st century.
You know, I'm gonna need to have you talk Marvin to me.
You know what's funny? I was doing Cartman at Jam last Friday, and now my singer wants me to sing every song in Cartman's voice. I'm like, yeah. No, that's not happening. He wanted me to do the Swedish Chef before when I was doing that. So.
Boingy, boingy.
Being hurting, 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 work.
You guys are so you're geeks. You guys are geeks.
Yes, I wear that badge proudly. Thank you.
That's you got to remember that's what we grew up. Those things were new, fresh when we were kids or younger.
Hey,
You gotta speak for yourself. I'm not quite that fucking old. I mean, I'm not.
Shut up, Junior. Children should be seen and not heard. Shut up.
Hey, I'm young, but I grew up with Andy Griffith, Ira Lucy, Mr. Ed, Leave It to Beaver. I grew up with the shows because my mom used to watch it all the time, and my grandmother, she would constantly watch Andy Griffith. So that's how I blew a raspberry. And that
Are you sure? Are you sure that was? Are you
a
sure that was a raspberry, Sassy? Are you sure?
Oh,
Are you just covering yourself up? You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee your cat just ran into the next room.
I don't have a cat.
Not anymore.
Classic.
Oh my gosh, he was picking on me.
I watched so much Looney Tunes for so long that there was one New Year's Day I was in the kitchen cooking a New Year's meal, and they had a marathon on, and I was like with a high success rate naming the title of the episode of Looney Tunes by the intro music.
My favorite of all is still What's Opera Doc.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you dead rabbit? What do you think? It's an opera.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 she dances all day long.
Oh my god.
And right up there is Rabbit of Seville.
Rabbit
Yes,
of Seville.
that's a good one, too.
Yes,
Yep.
that is a
Hi,
great
Dan.
one. So is oh god, what is it? So is the Robin Hood, Daffy Duck Robin Hood.
Oh God! Yeah.
A trip.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Actually, I
Yeah.
recently watched the 1001 Rabbit Tales. Was it Rabbit Tales?
No,
1001.
What's the Arabian Nights one? Is that the one where he's stuck
The 1001.
in Yosemite Sam?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yosemite Sam.
Hi,
Oh, no.
Dan.
Is it
Hello,
Daffy
hello.
Duck?
Like just a couple of
I
days
thought it was
ago.
Daffy Duck, and they're in there, and it's the Alibaba story, right?
Yeah,
No,
it's the
that's-
Alibaba. It starts with Bugs Bunny, and then Daffy comes in after. And
Is that the
takes
one where
over.
he's Hassan Chop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hassan Cup, yeah. And Bugs always says he should have made a left at Albuquerque.
Yeah, of course he should.
And then there's the one that ends with Bugs at the animator's easel. And
Oh,
throughout the whole thing, he's been doing all sorts of crazy shit to Daffy.
Yeah, that one's really great.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
There's the one where Bugs Bunny shows up and it's the witch, and every time she like runs off, there's like hairpins flying everywhere.
Yeah, I love that. And she clicks she jumps up and clicks her heels.
And the
Yeah.
monster, and the monster, and he's doing his hair.
That's
Big red monster. Gossamer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the episode I got. Whenever I say my stars, that's the episode I got that from. I've been saying it for years because of that episode. When he's giving him the manicure, and he's all like, "Mine's just leaves some interest in lives. The places you must go and the places you must see. My stars."
Who is that supposed to be a knockoff of? That's one of the Hollywood reporters of the time, right?
No idea. It's Looney Tunes. I don't dig that deep.
What was the one that used to have? Oh, I'm gonna call him George. You're gonna love him, impediment, love him.
The Abominable Snowman.
Right. He's like paring the poor head off. Getting right off the back of my head.
Yeah. That is actually based on Lenny from Of Mice and Men, I think.
It's hilarious. Shannon joins. I can see her on my little screen here before she even joins here. That's how bad my computer's lagging right now for some fucked up reason. Hi, Shannon.
Hey, what's up?
We're talking Looney
Tunes. Here.
Hey.
You're very quiet.
Back to Texas. That's what.
My cat's here too.
Oh, so cute.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi, how you doing, Saucy Atheist?
Hi.
Love that handle.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you have a good chat? I didn't get a chance to see it. I was putting my little guy to bed. I usually watch them, but
I was chatting with Wendy McLelland, who is local to where I live. She lives in Abbotsford in the Bible Belt of BC.
That's a start of the Bible Belt. That's a start.
Yeah, I know. It's usually anything past Langley is considered the Bible Belt.
Yeah.
We even have a city called Mission.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Abbotsford?
She was a yeah. But she was a Christian for 50 years, and she's actually got a couple of videos on her channel where she talks to imams and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go check those out because, like the nicer Muslims, I guess, not the Shia or Sunni. I can't remember the name she said off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't remember.
A different. They get shit from the Shia and Sunni for being too non-radical.
You're talking about the Sufis.
Yeah, that's it.
No. It wasn't. It started with an A. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Google is our friend. Just a second.
Yeah.
I'm doing other stuff.
When I kept seeing all the pictures that Emil kept posting of him with all these YouTubers, I'm like, these celebrities, and I'm just...
You're a little close to your microphone, honey. You buzzed really loud. Like
I spilled so much wine on Neil. I'm so sorry. I hugged him too vigorously. I was too excited.
I smell like a wino for my entire trip down there.
It's pretty good. I just kept wondering who that bear was that kept walking into the room.
Fucking Sasquatch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here we go. Got it.
Yeah, just call me Yippee.
Okay, I can't pronounce it. Kararji? Karwajai?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or Ashura? I'm sorry.
That's the one. It started with an A.
Yeah, Ashura. Or the fuck it. Here, I'll put it up. I'll put it up in the chat. Maybe what do you think can pronounce it? I can't.
Otherwise known as fuck the Vi now.
Exactly. I've had enough time with English. There it is. Up in the group chat. Maybe one of you jokers can pronounce them.
DRP's got a new game. Shannon, apparently you, me, and I guess Chris here, anytime we say sorry, people have to take a drink.
Oh, God. If Canadians say sorry, then...
Well,
You're gonna have to learn to drink like a Canadian, and not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Like a hooser.
Okay, Shannon.
What's really weird is that the legal age of drinking in the United States is 21, and in England it's like what?
The minute you can see over the bar.
Yeah. So so it's funny because my cousin went to Ireland, and she's my age, and she was able to drink some like, jeez, I'm pro. You would have got in trouble if you did.
The oldest drinking age anywhere in Canada is 19.
Yeah,
several places it's 18.
That's how old I am.
You can drink everywhere here.
Here it's 19.
Alberta's 18, or at least it was.
It's still 18 in Alberta.
Yeah, it's still 18, at least when I was living there.
I remember it was really exciting when we were in high school because we could take a road trip to either PEI or Quebec on March break, and we could drink there.
Actually, the borderline of Canada is not too far away from where I am.
Drive. Just won't drive back. Spend the
night. David says you can start drinking in England at 4.
4 years old. Oh my God.
No, that's 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Well, when I turned 18, I cannot confirm or deny that maybe I came back to Newfoundland to visit my cousin, and it was just a couple of days before my 18th birthday, and she wanted to take me out, and I cannot confirm or deny the fact that we went out to a bar.
Oh my stars, how scandalous.
I know.
Scandalous, Nadine.
And it was 19 here, not 18 here, but it was 18 in Alberta, and I was good.
Want to hear a funny drinking story about drinking ages and me? So the drinking age here is 19, and I've been going to the bars with a fake ID. So I went to the bars with a fake ID when I was 18, and I went back to the same bar on my 19th birthday. It was called JJ's in downtown Halifax with my real ID on my 19th birthday, and the bouncers recognized me and they wouldn't let me in because they thought that I had fake ID and it was my birthday. They were like, "You've been here before, that's not you." And I was like,
I've only been ID'd once in my life, which was in San Francisco, to the Canadian Navy. Now, for the entire weekend, we were at the strip clubs going in. I was, 19, 20 at the time. So we're in uniform, we're going to the pubs, we're getting drunk, chasing the girls. The day before we leave, I decided I don't want to go down to the strip. I was going to go sit there. So I went to a nice little jazz place. I'm sitting here quietly drinking my drink, listening to jazz. I'm in full uniform, got my green beret on. I get ID'd and I get kicked out. I gave her my military ID and I had to show her how to read it. It says, "You're only 20 years old." Out. Fuck.
Oh, that sucks.
Growing up in Fort Worth, we used to go. I was, of course, the legal drinking age here was 21, but I was 18, and we used to go to this place in Como called the Homeboy Store. With this, it was like I had this paper ID that said I was like a 82-year-old black veteran. They didn't care. They literally sold crack cocaine kits at the place. Like, I didn't even know what it was. Like, every time we would go in there, people would come in and be like, "I need a kit." They put $10 down. They'd hand them like this brown paper bag. And I asked my boy one day, Spears, I was like, "Dude, like, what's a kit?" He's like, "Oh, they're smoking crack. It's a little straight glass pipe with a bit of Brillo pad and a coat hanger."
That's all went over my head.
That's why they would sell us beer. They didn't care. Like,
innocent child.
That went all over my head too. I've got a funny of-age drinking story, or at least I went to Vegas when I was 27 or 28 or so, and I get there, and my ex and I go to have a drink. He's sitting there with a mustache. We're both the same age, and he's sitting there with a mustache, and I'm sitting there myself, a couple of years younger, but no mustache. And I get this Can I
This
see
story would
your
have been a lot more interesting if you had a mustache.
Or the
Could
beard
I
of the
see
prophet.
your ID, miss? And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm whatever. I showed her my ID. I went from miss to sorry, ma'am.
Oh God. I would have lost it. I would have been so upset.
Just like,
Devastated.
Absolutely.
2 weeks after I 2 weeks after I turned 21, I went to this place to buy some beer, and the guy picked up my ID and read it and said, "Get the hell out of here! You're only 16." And I was like, "Let's do some math. Let's do some math, buddy. 78 to 88 is 10 years. 88 to 98 is 10 years. It's late 1999. There's a reason you work at Exxon, sir."
maybe you shouldn't be.
I don't have a story because I'm innocent. I haven't done anything. I'm
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, I gotta tell you guys the story about the time we got busted in the hot tub. That's a funny story.
Oh,
When,
God. This
when
is gonna
we
be
were-
drunk stories. I'm pumped.
When we were at the Kona Grill, I was trying to buy Alex O'Connor a drink because I knew they weren't going to let him. But then by the time I got to the bar to go get it, he already ordered. They didn't even care.
No, I know. I wasn't going to say anything, but when I walked in, he was sitting there with a martini in front of him, and I was like, all right, so I guess this is over.
I guess we don't have to buy him a drink. Eh?
I guess this is
Because how
happening.
old's he's not like
I think he's 20.
he's not quite there, but yeah, he's
He's
close
a delight.
enough.
I wish he had been there a little bit longer.
I still can't believe that in America you can vote before you can drink.
And you
If
get
you're
You can
old
go to
enough
war before you can drink.
and
I was gonna say,
if
you
you're
get
old
your
enough
ass shot
to
off.
if you're old enough to vote, you should be old enough to drink.
Mhm.
Or get your ass shot off in a war.
Yeah.
Which was lower here in the U.S. for a while. In Ohio, it went to 18 and then 19 and then 21 again, starting out at 21. So there was a whole bunch of fun figuring out who was able to drink and who wasn't, because some of the kids got grandfathered in. Those who turned 19 while they were able to drink at 19 still were able to drink. But those who weren't yet, they had to wait until they were 21. All this other happy bullshit. And here I am at uni the first time around. I'm doing the drink runs for the guys, 19 and 20 years old. They couldn't get the stuff because they get carded every time. I would go in, order for everybody, bring it back. And I'm 17.
Yeah.
What do you guys even do in university? I worked at the campus bar. Like when you go to university, there's a campus bar there. Like your university is nobody that's like freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. And a lot of the seniors wouldn't even be able to drink in university.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why do you even go to university? What's the point of university?
Yeah.
Sassy, you gotta quit hitting the pipe so hard.
I'm like, hey, I still have a cough because actually, was it last year? I almost died from pneumonia, so I still have the cough. Yeah, no exaggerating. Literally, I almost lost one of my lungs.
I believe it.
So, and I was on 100% oxygen. I was hooked up to like all kinds of different machines, and it was bad.
When I was 15, I had pneumonia, bronchitis, bronchial pneumonia, tonsillitis, and mono all at the same time.
Good
Jesus
God.
Christ.
I was in
Girl.
quarantine looking at a Dairy Queen the whole time, eating hospital ice cream. Anytime anybody walked in, I asked for Dairy Queen. It's like there's no ice shards in Dairy Queen ice cream.
So, is that the reason why you draw clever pictures of bacteria and have them floating around behind your head?
Uh-huh. Well, I don't have bacteria floating around behind my head right now.
Well, I mean, you might.
Well, you should.
It's possible, yeah. Technically, you are correct. I probably do, actually. Now, man, I wish find what I'm flipping while looking for. It's driving me nuts.
You can have
How's the tiny cock thing coming along?
You're kind of
What?
Nadine is knitting me a little tiny penis.
Here,
That's the
I guess I
question.
should bring it up. I should bring it up again here.
Have you been looking at my DMs?
Let's see here. There we go. There we go.
That's not the one you're making for me.
No, but Shannon might like to see that one.
No, the one that you're making for Duke is a lot more silky.
Limp.
Well,
There you go. Like overcooked friggin' spinach.
It's
Wilted.
the wrong spot. Oh, we're killing somebody.
I really enjoy the lightning bolt. That really gives it a lot of oomph.
Yeah. It makes it go faster.
There is the one that I'm making for Dale. I just gotta add the balls. My hands have been too bad lately, but they've been good for a day or so. So I'll try and finish up. It's sewing thread.
I was going to ask if that was what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make a necklace out of it.
Yeah, probably. Do you want me to just put a little ring on the bottom of it, like right there when I put the balls
Yes,
on
give
it?
it a piercing. That's totally appropriate.
You could just put it on a necklace or something.
Oh my god.
That's a personal rule
An
that I have.
embroidery hook for that. What, 30 gauge?
But this one? Oh,
Yeah,
the
with that little thing.
Oh,
For an embroidery hook. I mean, 30 gauge.
no, it's a crochet hook.
Brand, hi, Brand.
I'm sorry, crochet hook. Yeah, what am I talking about?
It's,
embroidery hook. Jesus.
It's point. The smallest. I really want the smallest hook that they make, but it costs. Last time I looked, it cost like $30, but it was like $20 in shipping or something like that. It was ridiculous. Where's my hook at?
Hey, you know what it should be called? It should be called Duke Bonanza Jr.
There we
That's
go.
exactly right.
The
No,
one
it says if it was a Duke Bonanza Jr., it would be in the shape of a cunt.
It's a 14. There we go. You can't even get it focused.
Oh, good. Dan.
I can't get it focused on here.
One day,
It's,
when I have a
it's a-
political career, this chat will come back to haunt me.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
I got
but
DMs. I got all kinds of DMs. Don't you worry.
They don't always.
All those spicy memes you made me look.
You're not wrong.
Wait.
Shannon could ruin me in an instant.
Wait, I can wait. That's all right. You know, the best revenge.
Oh my gosh! Do you think I'm a vet? Okay, so you know, I have a lot of
75. That's too big.
I have a lot of celebrity crushes, and of course, I have dreams and fantasies. Anyway, so my sister, she says that if I become famous and if I don't pay her to keep quiet, she will tell everyone about who I want to marry, who I did marry, who I got engaged to, how many times I've been divorced.
It's a
Once
0.6
you've been married and divorced a
millimeter.
couple times, you stop really caring.
And it's a 0.6 millimeter hook. I found the one with the actual millimeter number on it.
I love that
That dude
yarn
gets
cock is just on the screen now.
For a second there, Neil, I thought you were sticking your head out the window when you were coming out. I thought you were sticking your head out the window.
Showing the view.
I want to look at this.
Ooh.
Wrong one.
I live on the river. I live in a van down by the river.
Oh, that's so pretty.
I could see it though.
Yeah, it's nice.
Where is it? Where is it? I'm coming back.
It's in part of BC we call
New Westminster.
well, sort of. It's a part of the New West that we don't talk about.
Hey, it's 30 fancy schmancy.
It's
Fancy
it's a part,
schmancy.
Provinces I haven't been to
it's a
in
part of
Canada,
New
I wanna
Westminster
go.
that people like to immigrate from to go to Surrey.
I've been to
Okay.
every Canadian province except 4. There's 2 I want to visit and 2 I don't care. I want to visit Newfoundland really, really bad, and I want to visit BC really, really bad. I
Yep.
don't really care about Saskatchewan and Manitoba.
You have to let me know when you come by, and we have to go for coffee or drinks or something.
Yeah, I want to take Paul there. I want to go to Grossmore really, really bad and hike.
Yeah, and
And
you
George
have to
Street.
come to Bellevue Beach where I grew up because
Everybody
it's
drinks
beautiful
that
there and
tea.
it's worth every second.
I want to
Just
see.
because I might be a little biased though.
And I need to go to Dildo just to take a picture of myself with a sign.
Well, of course,
Is there a place called
that's a
Dildo?
requirement.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
You
used
know,
to work for a phone company, and whenever somebody called, we had a store in Dildo. Calling for the dildo store, I would just like have to hold it in.
Oh my god.
Let's see if I can find
I'm going to
it.
step away for a second. Don't go away, kids.
But oh, wrong folder. But what if we want to? I doubt we will though. Let's find dildo. Let's find dildo.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear.
I've got pictures.
Of course you do. I'm sure you got videos too.
No, not of dildo, because it's not.
It's
that
under the
exciting.
mattress.
Dildo's not that exciting.
Oh.
That's how you get lint on them, though. You really have to wrap them in a plastic bag and put them in a drawer.
Okay.
I wouldn't know that. Oh my god.
There we go.
Don't look in the dishwasher.
Oh, would you say Neil?
And
Dishwasher.
I just sent you guys a link.
let's move that. Oops.
What's the link?
Come on. Where is my
Click on there and
screen?
find out.
Why is it not? Oh, that's because I locked it by mistake. I guess I can't move it if I lock it. There we go. There we go.
He needed to go to Dildo too, didn't he? And take a picture by his side.
We went to Dildo Brewery after. There's a brewery in
Yeah, there
Dildo
is.
too.
I would need to go there. That's the thing I need to do. Now I really need to go to Newfoundland.
Well,
I have a-
and I'm not too far from Dildo, so.
I have a funny dildo story.
Oh god.
No, it's really funny. So we had once upon a time working in apartment maintenance, we had this lady that was really just a bitch. I mean, she was just her and her husband were just really unreasonable. They were very hard to deal with, and they would call us at all hours. And she had actually leveled some accusations at one of our coworkers for harassment, so we had to go in pairs to deal with it. So my buddy got a call. There's a strange noise, and it's keeping them awake, and they're super pissed off, and they're having a fit. So I went over and met him there. It's about 10:30 at night. They take us up to the room, and there's this humming noise going on the entire time. And they're like, this is unreasonable. We can't sleep. You guys are assholes, and blah, blah, blah. And I just walked over and picked the mattress up, and there it was in all this big veiny glory. Her sex toy was just vibrating at high speed. She shrieked, and ran into the bathroom, slammed the door behind her. And her husband accused us of sexual harassment.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
lord.
my god.
Kid you not. We had a really good laugh about that. They lived there for an additional 8 months, and we never got called back to their apartment ever again.
Oh my goodness. I have to run, guys. I'm so sorry, but
That's okay.
I'm somebody who's trying to call me that I need to pay attention to. So it
Bye,
was fun.
Shannon.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Sassy.
Thanks for
Nice
jumping
chatting
in.
with you.
I'm pretty sure I've met everybody else except for No. Your name is No.
No, no sacred cows.
Yes, I have many. Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. Have a good night, guys. See you later.
Good night.
Hey, sweetie. Oh, boy, Shimei. Did you miss me?
No.
I did. Yeah, I thought that's what you would say.
I'm nothing if not honest and cruel.
I'm used to it. Come on.
Okay, now to find what I was looking for, I bet you I probably won't, because
What,
you know
dildo?
why? No, I know where dildo is. Like, didn't I just show you one? What do you want?
Everyone wants to see more.
Oh, you demonstrate.
Well, there's another one that I'm building too. It's a bit bigger.
Oh my god!
It's just the colors that I pulled out of the bag. That's how I built. That's how I built the one for
that was way too cringy.
KC and G. I literally was pulling colors out of the bag, and I thought it was hilarious, and I found that pattern, and then when I was listening or when I was learning how to do that pattern, I paused it and turned on one of their Bible studies, and he kept mentioning God's lightning dick, and I'm like, he. So I sent it to him.
So Dan, I was talking to my boss about. I asked him if there was a GFL in Texas, and he's like, "Yes, there actually is a GFL in Texas." I said, "Okay, now do they have an antifreeze department, or do I have to move down there and set one up?" So I'm talking to him. I'm like, I want to move to fucking Texas.
Yes, do it, Neil. Do it. Please.
Well, they want
people coming here. It's ridiculous. Like, so
I don't know.
I'm actually.
I know.
I'm
Like
hoping to move closer to Austin within the next few weeks. Actually,
you're moving again?
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to get an assistant manager position. So I'm probably gonna have an interview for that next week, which would be really cool. So
that'd be cool. Yeah. Maybe you never know. I mean, the only drawback is I'd be moving away from like all my family, and my mom would probably have a conniption fit. But
there is that.
You get a new family deal.
Yes, my new family. Did I tell you that the ACA wants to take my show on?
Yeah,
I know. I saw that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I need to talk to Mark about that because I remember you mentioned that to me last week, and I didn't talk to him about it. I need to get some more info. How that's gonna play out.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to need to upgrade my system because this is just too. I have two laptops, and both of them are just too jittery. And
yeah, they are.
And so I want to get a desktop and have a much better card in it processor.
What was his name? What's his fucking name? What do you do the Gullis Iwan thing and beg? I need a new system. Donate. Fuck you.
Oh, now. I could set up like an Amazon wish list, but that's I can't. I'm not a begging kind of person.
No, never mind. Yeah, exactly. If I can't afford it, you can't. I don't get it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Unless it's my medication, then I will beg. That's keeping me alive. That's keeping me alive.
I haven't worked in a while because the inflammation and stuff and my arthritis. They don't like it when you start passing out at work for no apparent reason, so I haven't really been working. But so I beg. I have no pride anymore. But it's only when stuff breaks.
It's not about that, though.
It's only when stuff breaks.
I have a job. I'm a witch doctor.
Oh, are you? You know we don't believe that buoy nonsense, right?
Well, I think I might identify now as a pagan atheist now. I'm kidding.
An atheo pagan. Is that the new buzzword these days?
Ended up at atheism is I went through pagan I went through Wiccan phase for a bit.
Me too.
Me too.
But the only Wiccan thing that I really stuck to and I actually liked was the whole harm none, do as you will. Yeah. That
I mean, I honestly, I don't actually believe in magic or any of that. I like certain things of paganism, like because it's fun and it's cool, it's interesting. I don't, it's not because I actually believe that there's spirits and there, I actually want to try.
I used to think there may have been, but it just never, nothing really happened. So of course there can't be.
I actually want to do the Ouija board. I've never done that ever in my life. I want to.
It's nothing. You can build one if you want. You just need some paper and a cup and or a glass. It's pretty easy. Man, why can't I took the note like not long ago. Why can't I find it? I can't find it on my computer. I can't find it.
I'm actually going to head out of the chat. It's late here and I got to get to bed for my actual job.
Yeah. It's late? You gotta be kidding. It's 10:40 here.
Another job that isn't actual, or
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what
I suppose, yeah.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
See you, Sassy.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye. And then there was
No more
6?
raspberries.
6. Yeah.
No more raspberries.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
No problem.
I am so annoyed. I cannot find what I'm trying to do, and I had a hell of a time finding it when I was online, like finding the actual answer on how to do it when on the Google. I actually wrote it down, and now I can't find where I wrote it down.
It's just brilliant.
Yes, it is. And I thought I would have.
What were you looking up on Google?
How to process a text file with Macro Express, but it's not processing the text file the way you usually would process it. So I did a macro for it before, but when my computer last gave me some problems and I wiped some stuff, I lost those macros that I did up, and it's like, damn it, now I have to figure out how to do it all again. But I could have swore I wrote down how to do what I did so that I wouldn't forget how to do what I did. And now I can't find how to do it. And it's like, okay. No, sorry. I'm okay. It's all right. I'm only annoyed. That's all.
Is it not warm where you are? Like, what's with all the blankets and shit?
No, it's the arthritis. My okay, so the osteoarthritis isn't too bad. My hips like being warmer. I hate being warm. But
sound like old people.
The
arthritis.
The inflammatory arthritis that I have, my back does not like being cold at all, or it doesn't like being anything right now. It actually doesn't like anything.
I don't like being a back.
No, well,
be a front.
My back, it hurts to wear my shirt.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, there's only one solution.
Stop being pervy, Chris.
I'm only trying to be helpful.
But the heating, I find the blankets and the heating pad keeps my back from getting cold. Mm-hmm. And if I shove my back against it really hard, it doesn't hurt. Like, it's that soft pressure that causes me blinding pain. So basically, if you were to kind of touch me lightly, I would go through the roof.
Ooh, challenge accepted.
Don't you dare. You'd so be punched first.
Russ is in the chat now. He's like, way to be insensitive, Neil. I know. I'm an insensitive bastard. And he got his package. So you got all 6 of them? Nobody pinched one out of there? That's good.
Yay.
What the hell? Anyway.
A badger. Badger's not in here either?
He was. Badger is tired and sleeps soon. Vibrant blatantly, I want to visit anyway. Spooky is twinned with vibrating eggs. Is it twinned with vibrating eggs? Blatantly, old Duke. blatantly spooky. I don't understand the reference. Say hi, Top Paul. Is anybody else reading the side chat?
No, I've been looking for the stuff that I've been looking for.
Yeah.
That was Brant saying say hi to Paul. He's probably saying that to Shannon.
Yeah, I figured as much. And then you have DRP going, "Hail Satan! A miracle has occurred." Don't know what he's talking about. Don't care.
Oh, and Spooky wanted to know. I guess when I was talking about being part of the ACA roster, Spooky wanted to know more. Well, that's what they have. All of them, like Mark and Jamie, who's the president of the ACA, and Silas and all the people involved, Eric and everyone that's involved there, all mentioned how much they wanted a show of my format amongst their programming because they like the way it's done, the way that I'm, it's not, what's the word? I guess not like most of the shows people call in and debating goes on or otherwise with Dan, sometimes it's rather just a conversation and doesn't really, well, it can get into debating, but a lot of times Dan's a little bit more laid back about stuff than the other two shows like Talk Heathen and Atheist Experience. And then you've got Atheist Vanguard, you've got Parenting Beyond Belief, you've got Sexual Secular, whatever the hell it's called. Again.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secular
anyway,
sexuality.
Secular sexuality. That's it. I'm like sexual secularity. No, that doesn't sound right. And they wanted to have a show like mine on the roster where we talk to people about deconversions. However,
there reminds me
discussion about altering the hang on a second, Chris, about altering the format a little bit, where I would have a main guest that I talk to for about a half an hour, and then have people call in and tell their little short stories about that sort of thing, which would be really cool. But we're just trying to figure out how we're going to do that remotely, like from my location.
What the hell was that? Did you just
found it? And I actually found a better process instead of doing it the way I was doing it before. I'm so happy. Okay, sorry.
Awesome. That's okay.
All right.
That's what you just screamed, but okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I'm done. Chris, you can say what you were going to say.
Yeah, okay. Speaking of your show, have you ever caught somebody called Stairway to Reason?
Yes.
He's based out of Seattle. I think you two have quite a bit in common. Now, I have him on my personal Facebook, Jen, and I've been chatting with him off and on for quite a while. I'm thinking maybe you two should talk. I think he would be an excellent guest. Both have a music background. He's got really good music, and he's an ex-Christian in the deconversion story. I thought
we could do a cross channel.
No, he doesn't have chat. He just does his video. He's not even on YouTube or on Twitter. He just does Facebook and his various things on Christianity on his YouTube channel. And I was thinking about you two should actually. I think you'd be an interesting guest to have.
Maybe I'll get in touch with him. I'm pretty sure I have him on Twitter.
He's not on Twitter. He has a Twitter. He has a twit. One of his people set him up with a Twitter account, but he doesn't use it.
So he's on Facebook? Maybe you can put the feelers for me. Because Stairway to Reason is A, it's a great name. And B, I'm sure I've heard of it.
Yeah, well, you check out some of his stuff. His stuff, I mean, he's pretty, he's kind of, some of his stuff is a little bit, I would say, flaky. He's like touchy-feely, hairy-fairy. But a lot of it is actually pretty good, especially when he talks about why Christians do things and his take of it. And I reckon, actually, I should shout him out. I don't shout out anybody on my Twitter usually, because everybody I shout out has already been shouted out more than once. But yeah, I think I'll put a feeler out, see if I can get a hold of him and see if he can read something.
That'd be very cool.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, it's almost 20 after, and I got to leave at 6:30.
Yeah, and I got to 12.
Awesome.
we'll probably cut this short in about 10 minutes, or cut this off in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Nadine, but I mean, outside of YouTube and my trips to Austin, all one of them, I do have a life.
But,
and there's and people, always check me around.
You shit last time I said I had a life.
Neil, did you enjoy Austin while you were there? What else did you get to do?
Why the fuck do you think I want to move there, man?
I guess that's a fair point. Yeah.
What else did I do? I missed all the cool stuff. For days after, I'm in the little hangout. Well, you're in it too, I think, Dan. The hangout with people that are still in Austin, sort of thing. I think you're in that group.
No, I don't think I was. I don't think they invited me to that one, Chief.
Oh, that's silly. I'll have to have words with these people. But anyways, while Steven was still down and Alex and Rachel and everyone, we put this group thing together so everyone would know what we were up to for the day, like Jamie and Eric and everybody. And shit, where was I going with this? Don't get old, people. The memory starts going.
What?
Anyway, that I remember where I was going, because they had posted what they were doing for the days, and they were doing like the gun range, the axe throwing, and I'm like, oh great, I had to leave before all the cool shit started happening, right? Because I would have loved to have been there for the axe throwing.
Do we have a dead body on the channel?
A who?
Lavender lady. What? Do we have a dead body on the channel? Look at Lavender lady.
Oh,
Diana.
she fell asleep.
She fell asleep.
Diana.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Just let her sleep. It'll be all right.
Wakey, Dana.
We thought you died.
Stop studying the inside of your eyelids there.
It would have been really, really morbid if she actually was dead and you just said that.
It's pretty lively for a dead one.
Yeah.
But think of the views it would get though. Dead body on chat.
I don't want that.
No.
Don't put that evil on me.
I actually have an interesting story about that also.
Oh,
of course you do. Of course you do.
There was a guy I knew growing up when I was living in Myrtle Beach, and he was just not a nice guy. He would sneak into girls' rooms, like if we were at a party, a girl go into a room, lay down to pass out or something. He would sneak in there and mess around with them while they were sleeping. Every one of us had to drag him out at one point or another and kick him out of parties. He was just not a good person. And somebody brought his name up, and I was at a buddy's house, and I just went on this 2-minute rant without breathing about how much I did not like this guy. I stopped talking. The phone rings. My buddy picks up the phone. He goes, "Yeah? Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. I'll tell everybody." And he hangs the phone up and says, "Yeah, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but he had just killed himself."
Oh.
It was just one of those moments. It was just yeah, the guy, I had just got done just shitting on this guy, and then the phone rings, and it's the guy's brother saying that he'd shot himself earlier that morning.
Wow.
It's awful.
There's an epitaph for you.
I felt like a tit.
I wouldn't.
Well, yeah.
I never understood this thing where you have to be nice to the dead. The guy was an asshole when he was alive and you didn't like him. And now he's dead. I have to be nice to him? Fuck it.
No.
No
Either way.
I mean, when I die, and there's people who don't like me, have said nothing against me, or have said bad things about me or my life, I want them to continue. Because that's me and them. I don't want this. Oh, he was, it's just sad that he's an asshole. He's dead. I'm glad. Fuck him.
No, I mean, I immediately.
If people say that about me, cool.
Yeah. I immediately said, my immediate response was, I don't take back anything I just said. And then I got up and left. But because I just have a weird thing. It's not even weird. I have this thing about people hurting women like that. It's just not a cool thing for me.
It's not cool. Not at all. I would have kicked his fucking ass.
Well, unfortunately, in my past career, I was an MP and I had done more than one rape. So, yeah.
What I wish I could do, I really wish I could do this. I wish I could put enough money away to get beer and plane tickets for all you guys. And then when I'm dead, you can all get together and
what an asshole you were.
here and throw darts at my picture and all that shit.
And smoke your ashes.
Oh, hell yeah. I'd roll one up at a split. No problem. Smoke a little Diana.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's hope. Diana, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm, we're still getting to know each other. I'm glad I met you, for one. And
You masochist.
I don't want, I don't want to see you disappear that soon. Like, not a chance. So that's why I suggested that you set up a PayPal me thingy, and people can help you pay your bills and stuff, so you can get some shit fixed up.
Yep.
Well, we'll see what we can do, because Marty's not leaving me alone until I see a nephrologist. And it was like this with the coffee. He wouldn't leave me alone until I went on a decaf. And I don't know.
What? Decaf? That's like swear words. I can't even. It's not even. It's.
No.
It's like taking a shower with a raincoat on. There's no point.
I know. Well, I tell you, I finally bought a pound of the real thing. Just for Sunday mornings when I'm trying to get conscious for the damn show.
Yeah, your shows are on when I'm trying to set up for mine.
I don't have a show.
Okay, that's your excuse. I got it.
Your shows are on too damn early. I'm still fucking dead in the bed when you guys are.
Yeah, because I'm like noon centrals when I start my show.
Kate gives me a hard time too. It's like, you're too early. And it's like, well.
Well, yeah, you're East Coast, we're West, right? So
yeah,
you guys start up earlier than we do. What were you saying, Chris? I heard my name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are we up for sushi this Friday or not?
This Friday I can't do it.
Okay. All right.
Following Friday would be better.
All right. Or you can do it on Tuesday and treat me for my 50th night.
Our mission is complete.
Wait, you're only 59?
I will be on the 14th.
Oh, so that's coming up. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I would have sworn you were a Medicare patient.
Medicare? No, that's me.
Yeah,
I was ribbing old.
You see,
old fucker.
We have decent medical in Canada.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that shit.
I envy you guys. I really do.
Yeah, definitely don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you'd be much better off here, Dan.
Are the stories about the long waits?
They're not that long. Don't believe all the hype.
Okay.
Well, my wait is really long. It's 7 years is what my wait is.
Yeah,
but if you had liver
issues, it's instant.
Yeah, if it's like, yeah, exactly. Like even here,
you get to the front of the line.
My girlfriend I went to darts with, her husband had cancer. He did eventually die of it because they didn't catch it early enough. But the first thing they did was send him to another province for treatment because we couldn't treat him here quick enough. So they sent him to Ontario.
Yeah, because they pay for everything.
And they pay for everything. So, if especially if it's something that's life-threatening, you will get seen to wherever possible. Somebody I know had a brain tumor that needed to be operated on immediately. They flew her into Halifax during a storm. They landed just before the storm shut everything down. So, yeah, they fix you up pretty quick when it's life-threatening. Unfortunately, when it's not life-threatening,
it can be a long time.
If the doctors listened to me when I was in Alberta, there's more arthritis specialists there. But they didn't listen to me when I lived there. Now I'm here, and there's only one arthritis specialist, and we've got like a 7-year wait. It's awful.
Now, speaking of cancer, lovely. I got tested for both prostate and colon this year, and I came up with flying colors. I'm good. However, Neil.
Me too.
Yeah, well, I don't care about that. What I do want from you, Neil,
Uh-huh.
and people you may know, we have the Ride for Life coming up.
Okay.
It's a bunch of bikers that get together and they ride and collect funds for the prostate cancer. It used to be called Ride for Dad, but that kind of blew up. But I was wondering, you want to maybe throw a couple bucks my way? I could donate. You'll get you get a tax thing as well.
Of course.
Yeah,
You can follow him in your Prius.
But no,
And that, folks, is where we're going to end this chat.
No, I was going to say, if you know anybody else who might be interested, I'm going to get the sponsor sheet and all that. I'll get it all together.
Shoot me a link.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know, Dick. It'd be good for you, Lou. It would help you, Dick, because you're in the U.S.
I don't care about the tax thing. If it's to raise money for something good, right?
Yeah, but
for cancer.
Yeah, but if you look in your area, you'll probably find something in your area that's like it or the same. And
yeah, equivalent.
This money stays in BC and goes to BC Cancer, and it's towards
the British Columbia Cancer Society.
Yeah,
and I'll definitely sign up for that, Chris, because I lost my dad.
Yeah, so did I, and my grandfather.
Right.
And my uncle. Holy fuck! I'm the oldest male now in the family. I guess I'm next.
Me too. Well, no. My birth dad's still alive, and he's older than me.
Yeah, well, I can lose this tummy. I'd be better off, but Jesus, I can't.
No, food's too good, especially all you can eat sushi.
Well, that's once in a while. I watch my calories. It's just trying to get out of this home office and get to the gym. Yeah.
Don't tell me about it. Yeah.
Anyways, you were saying
guys.
We're going to play around that.
Yeah, it's time for me to go.
Let's just check the link to check to see if anybody's saying anything in the chat. No, nobody saying nothing at all. Just say what's up, mofo. That was Casey Atheist. Fuck you too.
Casey's awesome, man. He's been on my show before. Spooky says, remember us when you're mega famous. I'm not going to be mega famous, and I never forget my friends. So,
and I'm here to keep them honest.
Exactly. I've got people that are on my back if I get all high and hoity-toity or whatever the fucking bullshit. Don't worry, man. That's not who I am. I can't.
I never forget.
Shit out of me.
Something I don't forget.
Alzheimer's sucks, doesn't it?
Oh shit! I guess my phone beeped again because David put up another mushroom, and that's the coin noise, David. It's the coin noise. It's not the mushroom noise.
Yeah.
Mushroom noise is more of a beep, 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 beep. So I do have that one. I have that available on my phone. But anyways, guys, all right. Thanks everyone for tuning in and hanging out with us. The craziness that is my after parties. I appreciate you all for hanging out with us. Thanks to all you guys for jumping in. It was a lot of fun as usual. And
I have to do this more often.
Yes, you do, because you don't come in enough.
No.
And my next interview is on Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time with Ansgar Odinson. So he'll be another polytheist that I'll be chatting with. Yay. And then Casey Ann or #Heathen is a guest on Monday, the 13th of May. And then next Wednesday, Randolph and I will be at the blood donor clinic giving up some of our lifeblood. So
yeah, I can't do that anymore.
I know, unfortunately. Neither can my mom. But yeah, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time. And remember what I always say at the end of these things and was apparently unable to do in the last broadcast with Wendy because my computer went all on me, is remember, kids, it's called faith. Yeah, it's called faith because it's not knowledge, and that's what the great Christopher Hitchens once said. We'll see you guys next time.